Just 5 selections for the Rangers. Of course, new head coach Peter Laviolette. Chris Drury was hired May 5th of 2021. You see their cap space. There's been some trade whispers about Lafreniere. Still have an RFA signed in Keandre Miller. It's maybe a little tricky sign there after last year. Of course, they have
huge year.
Yeah, got some UFAs as well with Kane. Don't think he'd be back. You never know. Vladimir Tarasenko. So the Rangers are in an interesting place. They're seeing the Devils kind of trend up quickly.
Yes.
All of a sudden.
All of a sudden, they close the gap.
They bring in Peter Laviolette. Obviously, he's been around. He's won a cup. Been
Coached here.
Cup finals. Coached here in Nashville.
Yeah.
Brought them to a cup final, as well as the Flyers. 1-1 with Carolina.
That's right. Well, hey, this is, I like your point. For the New York Rangers, I thought it was a bit of a disappointing postseason, being at a lot of their games in New York on off nights and seeing them play at the Garden. That I feel they took a step back this year from what they were in the season prior, but there's so many good pieces there. I'm curious to see what they're going to reach for here. Maybe a Callum Ritchie off the Ottawa Generals. I like his game. He's a really good player. They also have a youngster in their group in Othman. That's a kind of hard edge forward as well in Brennan Othman. So I'm curious to see what they do here, Meg.
There's Gabriel Perreault also available.
He's still out there too.
Gavin Brindley's a little guy, but man, I love watching him at Michigan.
Me too.
I like
playing
him.
with Adam.
Me too.
Big brain, vision, fast.
Smart and a competitor.
Yeah, he played with Adam Fantilli, and he'll play with him again if Fantilli goes back again. I don't think he will, but Gavin Brindley's a name we'll hear soon.
Yeah, exactly your point.
So the Rangers pick is in. 23rd overall for them. Did not have a first-round pick last year. So here comes the Rangers pick in round 1.
The New York Rangers are proud to select from the U.S. under-18 team Gabriel Perreault.
Well, he slipped a bit, and they're not going to deny the skill of this guy who scored 50 goals, as did his line mates, Leonard and Smith.
Based on my best available, too, I'm going to that podium pretty quickly.
Nice.
His NHL comparables with Jake Gunsel. Dynamic offense, dangerous in the O-zone with both passing and shooting, and he gets to the slot, too. So when you're looking at adding some of those players that can, have that dynamic offense, Perreault slipped, and I also think that some of those teams that picked a bit higher that passed on him were looking for defense.
Right.
Right? It wasn't hey, he's not good enough to be a top 12 player.
Right.
It just was a different pick.
His skating's the issue, right?
His skating is the issue. Much like his dad, Yannick Perreault, he slows the game down, but IQ is off the charts with this guy. He is probably the smartest player in the draft.
Wow.
And you think about NTDP single season point record. He shattered it by 15 points. Who did he beat? Austin Matthews.
Hello.
So
thanks for coming.
He was part of that. He's part of that dynamic line there at the program with Will Smith and Ryan Leonard.
Correct.
He makes guys miss though. This guy creates while not moving.
Yes.
It's so interesting to watch because it looks.
I see his pregame meal.
Chicken
I'm sorry
parm.
for interrupting.
With the chicken parm.
Yes,
wow.
yes.
You love him, then, huh?
My favorite. I'm getting
You got to get the
rookie card.
jersey.
But
Getting
again,
his rookie card.
but again, another player that comes from a father that played.
Yeah.
So
Had an excellent career too.
To me, I think you know what you're getting in a player. It's predictable. But like I said, the IQ is off the charts here. Yeah, maybe the pace is an issue, but when you're smart like that, you find a way to get points.
The new head coach here and an original Predator, Andrew Burnett. I played with Jamie Stewart and I played with him our rookie year in Owen Sound. Andrew Burnett had 162 points to lead the CHL. He was a 7th rounder. Everybody kept telling us he couldn't skate. That's what everybody kept saying, and we know that was one of his deficiencies. He went on to play over 1,000 games in the National Hockey League, and now he's the head coach here in Nashville. So all of that to say, in this young man, in Yannick Perreault's son, Gabriel Perreault, very, very brilliant hockey mind, almost a savant offensively on the ice, and the ability to make plays all over the offensive zone. I think this is a steal for the Rangers potentially here at this pick.
Well, he certainly fell to them. I mean, he was second in the under-18 World Championship in scoring chances per game. So when you talk about hockey IQ, it's not just volume of shots.
Correct.
He's getting high expected goals, high probability scores on his shots.
He'll play in Boston College with his line mates at the program, and he's with Emily Kaplan.
Dave, your dad Yannick played over 800 games in the NHL. What are some of the biggest lessons he taught you?
Yeah, I think growing up, he always wanted me to have fun with it, and he always wanted me to be creative. And I think I took those things, and they always stuck with me.
You set the U.S. program record for points, breaking Austin Matthews, also the single-season record for assists, breaking Jack Hughes. What did that mean to you?
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. I think those are the guys you kind of look up to. So having my name with those guys is definitely pretty special.
I kind of want to ask you about your fit tonight because it was a monochromatic look, but it looked like you had some interesting lining in the suit jacket. Take me through it.
Yeah, so I did my suit with Glorious Customs. They had a couple pictures in there with family, friends. I had my team in there, so yeah, I think that's kind of what was in it.
Are you a guy that's into style? You're going to put your personality out there?
Yeah, a little bit. I think I like the nice jackets and stuff like that, so I've always liked to have a good style.
You'll find none of those in New York. You're going to have a hard time shopping. Thanks, Gabe. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you so much.
So the line has now been taken. We told you all three would be in the first round. Waited a little bit longer than Gabe Perreault than thought he might. But again, these three, they played at the program, and they'll play together at Boston College in the fall, as you mentioned, for Greg Brown in a few months. So Smith, Perreault, and Leonard, teammates at the program, and they'll continue at college. But then after that, they're on three different squads.
Hey, the program is well named. The program, they've done and they do an incredible job of not only developing players, but also coaches.
And the coach of his U18 team there at the program, Dan Muse, is now an assistant coach with the New York Rangers. So
that's right.
Maybe in due time they will have a reunion of sorts.
Good call. Hey.